Alright, hello everyone. Welcome to my first streaming of Manowar Corsair. You're a ship captain in the Warhammer Old World, and basically you've got everything that goes with that. You can take missions and do ship-to-ship combat. You can do boarding actions that actually involve hand-to-hand or shooting pistols or rifles at the opposing crew, boarding their ship or being boarded. And you can also do some trading if you have a mercantile sense about you. I don't do that too frequently, but I haven't played this game a whole hell of a lot yet. Like maybe 5 or 10 hours so far. Hold on, let me check my Steam just to see if I'm a liar. 20 hours, I'm a liar. So it only recently came out of early access, and a lot of it still has that kind of feel about it. But what it is lacking graphically, I've actually found is still rather satisfying with all the, I'm going to say, the gameplay decisions that were made, but not necessarily the mechanics. So, we are going to go ahead and dive into this and kind of see how we do. I'm gonna start us up a brand new ship. And right now you have the choice to be either an independent captain who sails through and actually has diplomatic alignments. Like, if you take missions to go sink Kislevite ships, you will gain positive reputation with the Empire, but Kislev will start to hate you more and more. So it has some of that sandboxiness about it. If you were to use the Champion of Khorne, you were part of a Khornate raiding fleet, and instead of buying and trading to get upgrades and the things that you want, you can... The more you kill and fuck shit up, the more reputation and sort of like divine favor you get with Khorne. And then you ask Daddy Khorne, "Oh, please send me another ship for my fleet." And if you have enough, he'll be like, "Okay, bloop." And the ship pops up in the ocean. Sometimes it's right near your fleet, but if you're fairly close to shore of the continent, like near enemy faction stuff, the ship will be further out to sea and it'll take a bit for it to show up. The only part that I haven't quite figured out with the Khornate captain yet is how to repair the ship without having to sack a port city. So maybe we'll find stuff out. I've got a request to do Khorne, so I guess we will be doing that. Do you have a name to go with this guy? Or is it going to be Captain McCaptainface? Alright, I want to do Captain Ozzy. And do you want to see the tutorial at all? Because I'm good either way, truth be told. I can try to... I can, for the most part, explain roughly what's going on. Yeah, okay. And... Look, I'm still trying to figure out how this game works to some degree. So regardless of what you say, we're playing on easy. Because it's still plenty freaking hard in the long run. It saves the name of the last guy that I made, who was a Khornate. figure if this name was good enough for the internet, it's good enough for us. Oh, wait. There we go. There we go. Now we've got us a name. Adept Iron. There we go. They all crash and burn, buddy. Every single time. Alright, so when you start off, your default position is the ship, where you're at the tiller, which is in various spots of the boat depending on what boat you're on. This particular one, can I find out the details of it? Is considered a blood ship, so it's way up back in here, where some ships could be much lower, and it actually has an effect in combat to an extent. This ship has banks of oars instead of a sail, so this is my compass, and it's green all around the outside, which means I'm going at my fastest possible speed, no matter what direction of the compass I'm, oaring in. If we had played the Independent, the first ship they start off with, I believe, is a Bretonian ship that is sail only. And so it will have yellow areas when you're going, or when you're starting to go into the wind, and it would have red areas if you're going directly into the wind, and it would almost entirely kill your speed, as it should. So, I can go anywhere, anytime I want, because fuck you, I'm Corn. While you're controlling the ship, you can use the directional keys to steer, WASD, and it is 2 stages of speed from what I've seen. So if you look in the bottom of the compass, you're gonna see a little white indicator, and it says 0 on the left and knots on the right. So if I press W once, I'm kind of going at like half mast, half speed, and if I go up a second time, I've got my full speed behind me. I can't turn very sharp, but I can go flat out at a pretty decent clip. Now, while we're here, we've got weapons, because ship-to-ship combat is a thing. By the way, how's the frame rate coming across for you guys? Is it looking a lot cleaner than my past stream was? I very much hope so. Because I found out that my laptop had accidentally set itself to eco mode, and it was killing the power allotted to the video card. So I got that taken care of. Right, so, ship-to-ship combat. You hit the left mouse button, and if you look in the bottom left, I've got 1, 2, and 3 along the right side of my ship. Those are my different weapon options while I'm steering the ship. This first one is Burning Skulls, and I have a little bit of left-right aiming, and I push forward with the mouse, not the mouse wheel. I have to move it up the mat, and I can get more distance, or I can bring it back and get less. When I fire, it looks kind of like that. And you have to lead your shots against moving targets, and especially with these Burning Skulls, compared to like the regular cannons that the Independents have, it feels like these travel a little slower. The second weapon they have is called Hammer of Corn, which is basically a giant flamethrower. Really cool for setting the opposing ship on fire. I don't actually know what fire does physically. I mean, I know when your crew walks around on it, they take health damage, because everybody has their own health bar. But besides that, I'm actually not sure if it's a damage over time or any kind of effect like that. Or if it takes up crew manpower to put the flames out before they can start doing things. And Also, if at any point the game audio feels louder than I am or feels too loud, just say something. The last weapon we have is the bite. So I have this huge metal chompy ram at the front of the ship that I could chomp down with. So it encourages me to, at least with this ship, head straight into them, shooting, flaming, giving them the bird, and then when I get close enough, give them the clamps, and do decent amount of hull damage to the bottom of their ship, like kind of to the keel area, and also it knocks them off course. So it's pretty cool. Alright, so if I hit M, I can go out to the main map. Let me just zoom out some more so that you have... So, this game has time acceleration, kind of like Kerbal Space Program. So, they don't have multiplayer yet. This campaign is single player only. So, you can kind of fast forward time by up to 8 times normal speed. And at 8 times, it could still take me 2-3 minutes to maybe go down the coast to here from this area. So, saying that, this is how much map is in the game at present. So, yeah, it's a decently big little sandbox. But enough of that. Let's go and blow shit up. So I can right-click on the map to set a course, and that'll put a yellow navigational beacon down that if I do anything else that I'm not steering the ship, or if I go into the map and fast forward time, you'll see it's on 1 right now, then time will pass and it'll auto-navigate in that direction. But screw that. I'm the captain. I'm gonna do this. Yeah, it rains kind of frequently. There are icebergs that you can hit. There are occasional sea monsters that will start little kind of mini boss battles with you. And let's go see what else we can do. So, because being the ship is just part of this. When you're around things, like especially quest waypoints where someone says, hey, I buried treasure off the coast of yada yada, you go up to that point of the coast, or if you're sailing along, you might see a shipwreck or just a chest sitting close to the water's edge, and you can hit search, and you'll see the bar up top, and if you were close enough to anything interesting, then your crew would call out that they found something, and whatever happens, happens. The other option I have here is I can be the captain. Oop, oop. No, no, let me be captain. Here we go. And I could hit space to take the wheel again, or WASD to walk around. And, yeah. So, melee combat has 3 buttons at this point. You've got left click to do a light attack. You've got middle mouse to do a strong attack. God help you if you don't have a middle mouse button. Or you can hold the right mouse button and you can block. And if you have a shield, it'll protect you to a certain degree from ranged projectiles like bullets and arrows and such. Can I put that? Hit R to cycle your stuff. And yeah, we're looking kind of beefy. So this is the normal walk speed. When you are an independent, like human player, and, oh, by the way, my first mate took over on the tiller while I'm doing this, so it's not like we're wasting time. And right now he's trying to make sure we don't run aground on that iceberg. Or at least, he'd better. Or he knows what's coming. Don't you, buddy? So, if you hit shift once, it'll toggle a run mode and you're actually able to get around it in pretty decent time. Any of these green symbols are doors or other passageways that you can enter. So I hit space and we go downstairs to the deck. This is where the majority of the crew is, and this is where the majority of the action will happen when ship-to-ship boarding actions are occurring. So, let's go back up and take the wheel. Oh, the independent, like, this guy is taller and hands down stronger than when you're playing as the independent captain, who's a shorter, kind of regular sized human. So, this guy with the, big old Frankenstein Doc Martens already has a bigger stride and faster running speed than you do as a standard human captain. That was it. In ship-to-ship combat, it means Daddy's coming. All right. Speaking of that, get the fuck away from my wheel. Have we seen anybody yet? Ah, all right. So when you get close enough, even though they might be out of visual range, although let's check. I can hit G at any point to bring up the spyglass while I'm controlling this ship. There they are. So when they're just outside of visual range, they'll show up on the map, kind of like a radar. These are enemy ships. If you are close enough to identify them in greater detail, they will show up as individual boat icons, kind of like my guys are up here, but right now it's just a general blob of this is a fleet. And the amount of skulls, as far as I can figure out, would be a reference to how difficult, like how strong that fleet is, and if it's something that you feel that you can take down. And I'll be honest, I'd never actually noticed that the fleet option was lit up before, and I've never used it before. So, who wants to do something new? Oh. Okay, so I can see the captain's names and the ship names of all the other ships under my command, what their current command is, and what type of ship they are. I do all ships. Okay, this is just like giving AI allies generic commands in any other friggin' game, so that's cool. Let's go meet the neighbors. I'm gonna speed this up a little bit just to get us there sooner. And those are Kislev ships. And I can even slow time down to a dead stop if I need to. So you can see, but it doesn't really like you looking around while you're stopped. So it's trying not to give you an unfair advantage to look around, take in the situational awareness, and plot everything out. You can see the name of the ship, the name of the captain, yep, and how many tons of just general stuff they have in their cargo hold, and then if they have any kind of upgrades or special modifiers. Cargo ship refit means that they have lower HP, but they can carry more stuff, which means, pardon me, that the Zlatcha should be pretty easy to take down. The Ice Queen, on the other hand, maybe not so much. And that is an injured Empire ship out there. They might be in combat, or they might have just finished with him. Holy moly. The Great Bear, 13 tons in hold. Yum, yum, yum. We're going to have some fun with you. Oh, by the way, how do we get new toys from Daddy Corn? It is through the shrine option in the map menu. You can either sacrifice crewmen or items in your ship's hold for currency, for favor, and then, or you go out and attack and plunder and loot, and generally be aggressive and coronate, and you'll start getting favor. And then you can spend that favor to get additional boats. You can spend it to refill your crew. And once you kind of start leveling up, because right now I don't have enough favor to even be considered for an Icon of Power, which is the Coronate anti-air weapon. Yes, there are griffins and wyverns and other things that people can ride and generally throw bombs at your ship, or kill crewmen, where they dive bomb, grab a crewman, and drop them into the water. Not sure about the water part, but the grabbing the crewmen, absolutely. So, we're just gonna go and have us a good old time. And I wonder if we are in range yet. Nope, not so much. You're turning away. You're running. Ah, okay. Yeah, so that icon next to the Empire forked comet symbol means that apparently the ship's taking on water and sinking. As contextually, it is good to know. And if that guy's in range, then why shouldn't we be? Once you start seeing there, part of the arrow disappear, you know that you're going to be hitting the ship. And you can see in the top left where and on what parts I've been doing damage to them. Come on, reload, reload, reload. And fire. Give him the clamps. And when you get close enough and at the right angle, you can hit space to board the opposing ship. And I actually do want all the stuff in there. So, if you go to any of these green arrows, you can hit space. Change ship really just means hop over to the enemy ship and generally lay on. Whoa. Fuck. The combat can be a little weird, because if you are moving, like using the WASD keys while you are swinging, it'll be a really weird the aiming changes a lot. So generally, it's much easier for me to stop moving altogether and just mouse aim where I want to go. Ow! So there's guys up on the opposing hull that still have guns drawn, and they're shooting down at us. That's no bueno. We running? Which one's faster? That one's faster. Let's get up there. Also, the point in which you strike these guys seems to be maybe 2 bodies in front of you, even though the graphics look a little bit different. Oh, and if you hit them with a strong attack, it knocks them off their feet for a bit. Look at that guy. Thinking you're all clever with your rifle. Oi, come back! That's right. Also, as the human, you start off with a pistol in addition to a sword, so you get a little bit more flexibility and options when it comes to combat, as opposed to what? Corn? Ranged? No. What? And let's see here. Yeah, and there's no numbers for that either, as far as health and health bars go. The bar does refill after every fight, which is amazing, because it lets me go on multiple boarding actions back to back. But your crew can die. You'll notice that I have 13 crew. If you look at the top and the center, I have 13 crew life from me, and there's 1 enemy crewman left, which is this little guy who's about to get molested by the Chaos Spawn. There we go! The ship is mine, and now I get to steal all their shit. So he had 11 tons of food and 2 tons of weapons. Mine now. Also, ships don't automatically get sunk if you successfully board them when you're playing as the human faction. I think they just did that to speed it up for chaos. Oh. Okay. You're that cargo ship, ain't you? Let go. If I ever told you you look beautiful when your smile is lit up. Ow. Yeah, we're gonna board her. More fighting! And so, because I stepped in fire, I think I took some damage from that. It's hard to tell. Can I go downstairs now? Yay. Whoa. Ah, here we are. So, any opponent that has this yellow-orange bar, that's the enemy captain. They are generally stronger and more capable than everybody else, so in the grand tradition of any given single-player game, it's kind of our responsibility as the player to take out the biggest threat to our AI buddies. Ow! See, I thought I was gonna hit the dude on the right when I actually hit the spearman. So, on occasion, it is a little bit wonky, and you have to, I suppose, lowering expectations isn't quite the right way I want to phrase it, but damned if I can think of anything else. Alright! That was fun. We got some more food that we don't care about, because I'm pretty sure our crew doesn't care about rations. Who do we have left around here? Just the Ice Queen. Where's she? That you? Yeah, that's you. Alright, we don't have a whole lot of damage on us yet. Because when we're done, we're gonna go after that city over there. Come here, buddy. And clamps. He boarding me? No, he's not. Oh, wrong weapon. I have no idea what this effect is, but maybe they've got a wizard on board who's casting something. I don't think I'm close enough. Nope. Ah! Hit the button too fast. I really just want to sink this guy to preserve my crew a little bit. Now, the fun thing about oars is you can actually go backwards, whereas sail ships do not have that luxury. And right now, I've taken a fair amount of damage myself, and so my little flamethrower weapon is actually out of commission. The only way to sink a ship is looking at the damage chart there. You see the bottommost part on the hull? If you can get rid of that, which I seem to be having trouble hitting for him, then come on. Ooh, guess what got fixed? Leave me alone. I just want to corn in peace. Ah, this guy's taking a hell of a lot of damage. I'm getting pretty wrecked here. I wouldn't mind boarding this guy just to try and end it faster. Also, is my fleet actually doing anything? You bastard. They don't do a goddamn thing unless you tell them to. No wonder they were all slaughtered. Well, no, he was firing earlier. They're just not competent. Turn, turn, turn. Ooh, yeah, baby, show me that donka-donk. Come here, honey, you know you like it. Oh, you were so almost dead. Now, I will go into this a bit more in a second. However, the welfare and general aliveness of your crew affects your reload times and your handling of your ship itself. Why won't you die? Ooh. I need to lead a hell of a lot more. But, are you fixed? Yes, you are. There. Come on. Excellent. So when you sink a ship, you get a pennant, or a certain amount of pennants, which is just their colors, their flags, their sigils. And normally, when you are playing the human campaign, you can trade those in at the various factions to gain favor, because you're proving that you've been sinking their rivals. For us, it gives us more favor with Corn. So, wait, who the hell are you? Kislevite Wolf ship. Alright, hold on. How much favor do we have? Enough to regain some of our stuff. Let's do an allied ship. And I can't recruit any better crewmen right now, so we're going to stock back up on cultists, because you can never have less than... look, yeah, you can't have, too many cultists, but right now, meat shields are good. Alright. Let's see here. Where is that guy? Alright, we want fleet, all ships, attack the Chimera. So, and I think I know why I didn't spot that guy earlier. Every town or port, which I'm trying to find but failing, somewhere over there, has usually a ship in front of it that is anchored and just protecting it. Go, baby, go! Fail me, fail. I'm really bad at this. How you like me now? I want to give you the clamps. More violence, more violence. Let's protect the ship for a little bit and instead engage in some hand-to-hand combat. Hull damage doesn't seem to work too well in what regard? As far as, like, sinking a ship goes? If you have better aim, it certainly goes a long way. And there are ships that do have a lot more guns on them. But in later stages of the early game, at least that I've seen, ship-to-ship combat is less risky if I have guys, crewmen, I'm sorry, that I want to protect, and I want to make sure that stay alive. And I'll get into the whys of that after this fight. Two more guys. You were one. Where's two? Yay! Alright. Let's just all hands stop here for a moment. So, let's go take a look at our crew. We can assign these guys to different tasks on the ship. The Marines are the first to go in and the first to die. They will also not do this smartly. For example, if you are being boarded, and you are the receiver of said boarding, your Marines will jump over to their ship while they're busy jumping over to yours, and they will get gang mobbed while the rest of your crew are busy defending your own ship. So I don't always like having Marines, at least as a human, but, you know, as chaos, it makes a lot of sense. When it comes to ship maintenance, I don't have a really hard answer. I always thought this had to do with when you were playing as the Independent, every port you go to, you can go talk to the shipwrights office and pay them X amount of gold to repair your whole ship, depending on how messed up it is. I always thought that the effectiveness of ship maintenance had more to do with the cost of the repairs, where it was cheaper if you were more effective in repairs. But who knows? Maybe this is a repair over time, so I would enjoy that. You can assign guys to cannons, and it'll increase the reload speed of all of your different weapon systems. And as a human, once I got this up to like 125%, it was awesome. And oars are how well the ship turns. If I have more oarsmen, then I can really start making tighter turns and doing different maneuvers because of it. And we have a couple of other like one-person jobs that I'm not too interested in using right now, though I'll tell you what, I'm going to take Bork, because that sounds like a guy who paid a lot of attention in school, and I'm going to make him a surgeon. So if a crewman loses all their HP during a boarding action, or I think also just by the ship being shot at and them being near where the blast impact was, he's got X% chance to try and save that crew member from completely dying. As they get better at this, this goes up to a maximum of 30. And then these guys are a little screwed up right now, and they need time to heal. So there's not a whole lot that I can do about that. Oh, okay. So rations are a thing. And I can consume part of the food cargo and turn them into rations if my guys need more food. So, I want to go over here and sack that city. And I wonder if I can tell... Yeah! Go make Daddy proud. Look at him go, they're so fast. I'm so proud. It's like watching my kids go off to college. Okay, the ship is repairing slowly over time. That's really good to know. You are so in my way, I can't even begin to tell you. So, the only thing that we're actually firing at is the seaside tower, which is just a single cannon emplacement. Bigger cities will have more towers. So now, if all of the towers of that city are destroyed, we can sail up and we can have ourselves a good old time. Transfer cargo, you say? Look at that shark's mouth. Kind of looks like it belongs to an orc. Get out of my way. I need to find a place to park. Yeah, not a whole lot graphically to some of these models, let alone being to scale. But alright, now that we're close enough, if we were independent and we were on good terms with the town, it would be dock at, and we could go to town and go shopping, sell stuff, engage in repairs, all that thing. Because we're Khorne, we only know one mode of communication: violence. So we go to town, and we shop for blood. Ooh, being in the middle of that group is rough. God damn it, come back! I need your skull on my mantelpiece. So... oh, you'll notice that I've also got a higher crew count than just the 15 that we were looking at. We're at 40 now, because the rest of the boats come to help out. If I look on the above the heads of some of these Chaos Warriors, it'll say Captain, which means he captains one of the ships in my flotilla. So that's kind of neat, but here's the problem. They don't all come in at once, so it's not a huge swing in numbers. It's more of a I run out, or they run out of reinforcements before I do. Can other boats help you board ships? From what it's looked like in some of the gameplay I've had so far, I think so. So when you sack a port, we have three options here. We can either cannibalize it for materials to fully repair the vessel and brutally murder its populace and burn it to the ground, and we gain a large amount of favor with Khorne. Or we can raze it to the ground and be completely ruthless about it, and we get a whole heap of favor with Khorne. So it's a question of, do I want to repair my ship now so I can go fight something else a hell of a lot faster, or do I want more money to buy more stuff? I've always done cannibalize in the past, but let's do raise. Oh, the other one is ascend. Pile high the sacrifices and turn Maha Uveni into a monument of your strength. Petition Khorne for the reward you have always craved, to be a demon prince. In the human one, it's retire. So this is how you decide to preemptively end your story of sorts. And we'll try that at the end of the cast, because I've never actually done it before, so I don't know what happens or if it even has a failure condition. In the meantime, let's raise. Yes, everything is on fire. Fire is good. Alright. Do we have a lot of... Yeah, we do. Okay. My crew is currently full, but I can start recruiting Chaos Spawn and Beastmen, but not Chaos Warriors yet. I think that we are going to grab a pair of Death Galleys because more crew is... What the fuck?! They weren't there when I went in, were they? I wish I saw those before I spent all that money! Or favor. Those are Griffins. Those are air units that you can only shoot down if you have anti-air armaments on the ship. This is unfortunate, because I could have bought it. Right there, but didn't. And, let's see, if I sacrifice the food, it sacrifices all of the food as one stack, and gives me one favor. Which is some bullshit. 3 piles of weapons for just one favor. And then I could also choose to sacrifice individual crew members to get more favor. Because that's how Khorne work, yo. Right, so we're not going to do that. And instead, here's what I want to do. We're going to go and join the fleet up with our buddies over here and attack as one. Where the fuck you going? Huh? Where's the... Wait, there's attack, tactics. Let's take a look at tactics, shall we? Hit and run, board vessel, That's not a tactic, that's an action. Alright. All ships, just... How about, I don't know, go attack him. Should be fun, right? What do you guys have? Oh, beautiful skulls up front with some kind of triple-barreled cannon. I've never actually sailed one of those. Sorry, my bad. First day on the job. You know how it goes. Hard turn. But there's a difference. These guys have sails. So they are wind dependent for their speed. Interesting. Which ship? Oh, doesn't matter who they were anyway, because I fucking missed. Oh my god, that's a lot of fucking griffins. I don't think I can do anything about them. But you know what I can do? I can do a hell of a lot about you. Come here, buddy. Yeah, we're gonna have to kill a lot of ships. It's far easier to hire crew than it is to try and keep my ship fixed during the fight. Motherfucker. Stop shooting me! Oh, this also feels like one of those combat systems where button mashing just gets you in trouble as opposed to any actual results. Just, an FYI. Come on, kill the captain. There we go. Now, there is also a morale system that I don't think, which I think that exclamation mark that was above his head there would indicate something appropriate for that. And in the independent campaign, you can successfully complete boarding actions without killing all of the crew. They just surrender. They throw their hands up, and you get to take all their stuff. The ship keeps on sailing, but they have an icon over them that they surrendered, and they're going to be effectively like motionless in place and not taking any actions for a while. Or you could just put a couple volleys of guns into them point blank and then take their penance because you are a cold, heartless bastard. Ah, thought you could surprise me from behind, eh? Also, why is that orc dressed in a Halloween... I'm sorry, why is that beast man just like he's going to an orc-themed costume party? Yay! Alright. Who is next? Are you guys... Why don't I have a fleet button? Hey! Why don't I have a fleet button? This is unfortunate. Yeah. So... my whole fleet's dead. Daddy, can I have some more toys? Fuck you, Daddy! I'll do it on my own. Doesn't matter that rent is 3 times as much as it used to be. What do you mean, run? You can't really outrun those flyers. They're gonna keep killing my crew. And these guys will be able to tear me a new butt flap pretty easily. So we are just going to go one boarding action to the next until we run out of me. Oh, shit. Hang on, Daddy's coming. Ow! Yeah, human trickery. Ruh-roh. Yeah, I've read a couple of Steam reviews that were saying that the fleet mechanics could need a bit of a boost, especially because the AI, like AI-friendly captains aren't that amazing. And you can hire allied captains and other ships to sail with you as the human, but they cost a lot and tend to die pretty easily, apparently, as we saw here. Although, then again, all my guys just died off camera. 1 versus 13. I wonder if I can make... make it through attrition here. Yeah, see how the animation didn't reach out all the way to the guy, but it still considered him to be the one that was hit? It was just... I don't know. It's a little weird, the mechanics, but they actually feel pretty decent, and It feels like an effective punishment for if you're not doing precise clicks when you mean to, because you're locked into the animation, there's no canceling out of it, then you sort of get punished for just button mashing, as opposed to trying to take your time and get butt raped by a bunch of humans. Ow! Not yet! You will never take... Alright, you might take me. You might take a lot, actually. So, yeah, that's what, perhaps an average corn weekend jaunt in the old world looks like when you're sailing on a boat. But Daddy Warbugs refused to give me more toys that I threw to the humans, and all the toys broke, and I wondered why the toys broke. Let's see. That's been about an hour, so I think that's what I have time for right now. But I do want to come back to this, and I know that we can get a longer campaign going if we give the human a try, just because the difficulty seems to spike less. It's a bit more of a gentler curve, and there's also a lot more options than just go out and choppy and daka. So, until that time, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you next time.